The Wizards, you see right there, KCP, even Dinwiddie coming in there with deflection. Deflections are so much of a big part of what you do on the defensive end, where it leads to easy back.
Point play.
He must have heard us. He's rebounding tonight, and that is the second effort that you need from Daniel Gafford. And he has such great touch around the basket. I think that's something that's not going unnoticed. I mean, this is a tough finish right here, to get slapped upside the head, cross the forearm, and still having the ability to put that ball on the backboard and get the finish.
And that's one thing when you think about Gafford and even Montrezl Harrell at that center position. When you've got guys like a Chua going for a block, you're leaving opportunities for Gafford and Harrell. As Gafford went down, and Chua is able to finish.
That's an impressive move right there by Precious. Or should I say a precious move?
It was. I don't know if that really deserved the Precious move yet, you know.
It was nice.
Turnover by Dinwiddie, trying to force the pass. Third turnover for the Wizards. And the tip-in is good. So Toronto ties the game up at 10. I mentioned how this is the second game of a back-to-back for the Raptors. They beat Houston last night in Toronto, 107-92. Gafford, another and one opportunity as Scotty Barnes commits the foul.
Right now, the Wizards are picking Toronto Raptors, their defense, and the pick and roll sets apart. And it's starting with a great screen by Daniel Gafford. Take this out. Even though he did not touch Gary Trent Jr. on that play, he made him chase over the top, and that puts defense in such a predicament, having to guard and commit to the ball, and that gives a lane for Daniel Gafford to get easy finishes like what we just saw.
Unable to hit at the line again. You mentioned the screening and the good screen. As Trent, an air ball on a three-point attempt. Wes Unseld Jr. said one of the points of emphasis is making sure the guys are fundamentally sound. Beal, the step back three doesn't go. Meaning, set the screen and set a good screen. Why? Because typically if you set a good screen, you're going to be the guy who's open.
My great coach who retired this year, Roy Williams, out of the University of North Carolina, who had me in Kansas at the time, he used to always say, be a selfish screener. And I was like, what does that mean, being a selfish screener? Well, if you set a good screen, you'll be open.
Kuzma, good ball movement. Beal in the corner for three. It's off. Long rebound comes out to KCP. Shot clock resets to 14. Here's Gafford. Kuzma, a deep three. Got it. Kyle Kuzma's hit a couple from downtown. He's showing off his range right there.
And those shots right there gives players confidence. And Kyle Kuzma, I believe, is a player who needs that right now.
Dragic spins into a double team, goes down. We've got a jump ball between Beal and Dragic. And let's think about this right now. The Wizards are 3 of 4 from three-point land. They were 5 of 31 in the game against the Knicks on Saturday.
Well, it's a lot easier to solve problems when you're scoring the ball. I mean, you don't even talk about defense, but when you're having struggles scoring the ball offensively, you put so much pressure on yourself and your team defensively, having to get stops, multiple stops.
Beal wins the tip on that jump ball. Here's Dinwiddie. And Dinwiddie draws the foul against Bonga, so Spencer Dinwiddie will head to the free throw line.
And this is Spencer Dinwiddie, at his best, pushing the tempo. He's a versatile, big body guard who can change the pace, and he likes to attack downhill and get contact. We saw that a couple times early on in preseason games of him drawing contact with that same move.
Give us your scouting report on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, I kind of let the cat out the bag on that. Aggressive penetrator, versatile PG that has size, and he dictates tempo. And we saw that on that possession right there, using his size, using his speed, and being able to control the pace and tempo of the ball game.
A 7-0 run here for the Wizards. Chua asking for it, gives it back to Dragic. Nice ball movement. There's the block by Gafford on Bonga. Beal tries to cross over, and Bonga able to take it away. Dragic for three. And that snaps a 7-0 run. Beal finds Dinwiddie. His three, nothing but net. So already 4 of 5 from downtown for the Wizards here in this first quarter.
And that play started with Daniel Gafford rolling hard, making Goran having to just help just for that split second.
Into the corner, Achua a 3, rebound for Beal. Kuzma's hit 2, can't hit the third as Gary Trent Jr. comes back the other way. Trent, nice spin move. And a timeout will be taken here by Wes Unseld Jr. as the Wizards lead by 6. We talked